guess we're live. We'll see in a second.
Cooking with Dacus is live. So what do you got to say about that?
Welcome to Cooking with Dacus. I'm your host, Chad Dacus.
And I'm JT Dacus. This is night 4. Thought we weren't going to say that.
Well, we weren't going to say that again, but you did it earlier, so I figured we might as well.
No, whatever. We're whimsical like that.
So we are doing a different camera setup. Anybody that jumped on here with us at lunch today saw us that we were doing we have a different camera setup.
Because Dacus here is all about the professional appearance.
Yes. So
not really appearance for him, it's all about the profession.
yeah, so it's a little bit different. Make sure we get all this cut off so we don't get any feedback. And
is that us?
that is us.
Woo!
I can't see it, but it's us.
All right.
So we may have to go blind, folks. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to see any comments or not, because, like I said, we're doing things a little bit different than what we've done in the past. We're going to let that sit there for a second.
But let's get started.
Let's get started. So what we're going to do tonight is, tonight's the last night we're going to be doing these lives for this week in our event. We want to jump on here. We want to put this on our main Cooking with Dacus page to just kind of give everybody a demonstration of what we've been doing and to show y'all a Dacus version of a one-pot recipe.
He's going to Dacus it up.
I'm going to Dacus it up a little bit. So it's not necessarily a one-pot recipe.
But basically.
Because I use 2 pots, technically.
And he's very specific.
I'm very specific about that. The most one-pot recipes, you literally can make everything in the same pot. I'm going to go through, and you can with this recipe. I just personally don't like the pasta cooked in all of the same ingredients, just because to me, the pasta gets a little funky. So that's why I don't do it that way. But we're going to go through this anyway. We're going to go through how we do this recipe and pull this up so I can see it. All right, good. So we're going to use the Rockcrok everyday pan. So this was actually, I think this may have been the first Pampered Chef product that I ever owned.
That he knew of?
No, this is the first thing that I ever owned that you gave me.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Because it was just that special.
Yep. You don't remember when you gave it to me?
No.
It's in Shreveport.
Really?
Yes, it was. So anyway,
that might have some significance, but we won't get into all that.
We can talk about that later. But this is the first piece of Pampered Chef product that I got, the everyday pan, the Rockcrok everyday pan, and I absolutely love the Rockcrok stuff. What I really like about it is that you can use it on the cooktop, you can use it in the oven, you can put it in the dishwasher, you can put it in the refrigerator, you can put it on the grill. You can
serve in it.
You can serve in it. We'll talk a little bit about this here in a little while, but it's got a slow cooker, a warmer that you can use with it as well. It's absolutely wonderful. Super easy to clean, super easy to cook with. You don't have to worry about seasoning it because of the enamel coating on it. I really, really like this stuff. The one thing I will tell you that I learned the hard way is if you use the glass top in the oven, it's incredibly hot. And you don't want to grab a hold of it like that with your bare hand. I happen to do that. That's why we have 1 lid instead of 2. Because I grabbed it and threw it across the room. So, what we're going to make tonight...
And it will break if you throw it across the room.
Yes, it will. Definitely will break.
So, there you go.
So, what we're going to make tonight is Pastalya, which is a jambalaya pasta. So, it's kind of a take on jambalaya, but it's a pasta dish. And we're going to make everything in the Rockcrok everyday pan, with the exception of the noodles. I pre-cooked the noodles, and I've got those holding over here in another pot. We're going to cook everything here, and then I'm going to put a little bit of cheese on it, and we're going to stick it in the oven just to melt that cheese, and then we will eat some dinner.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get to it. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put a tablespoon of butter, and of course my oven, there we go. And we're going to do this over a medium to medium high heat. You just kind of have to, depending on what your individual cooktop is, I know how this one is as far as the heat's concerned, so I'm going to use mine just a little bit medium high, and that's what I'm going to cook with on my cooktop tonight. So put a little pat of butter in there just to give it a little bit extra fat to cook in. We're going to use andouille sausage. Ooh, will you get the chicken out of the refrigerator for me, please? We're going to use andouille sausage from Louisiana that my mom brought back to us, so we're going to use that. I have a chicken breast that I have already cut up. We're going to use the chicken breast. One of the things that, a little trick that I do when after I cut up chicken breast or cut up chicken and put in the refrigerator is I'll put it on a paper towel, and that way it soaks up any of the juices the liquid that'll come out of it, especially if it's still a little bit frozen, and you don't have to worry about it all sitting in those juices. Then you can use and just throw that paper towel away. One of the little safe tricks to the kitchen. So as this is warming up here, I'm going to go on and put my sausage in there. And what you want to do is you really don't have to get this incredibly brown. You just want to kind of brown your sausage just a little bit. And then we're going to brown off the chicken, and we'll pull all that off, and then we will put our vegetables in there, and we will make the vegetables, and then we'll put everything together. It'll all come ready together, and it'll be good. So what JT is going to demonstrate for us is what we've got to put in here is we've got to put the Trinity. What's the Trinity?
It's onions, celery, and carrots.
No, those are not carrots.
Wait to do that. I was like, what is in there?
It's bell peppers. So it's onion, celery, and bell peppers.
And I knew we went to the grocery store earlier to get the celery. That's the only reason I said celery. And
we're using sweet peppers. I didn't have any bell peppers, so we're actually going to use sweet peppers. And this recipe is basically a 2-person recipe. So this is 2 servings that we're making tonight. This recipe is very easy to double or triple, and I'll put the recipe in the comments or on the main page tonight after we get through, so everybody will have this recipe if you want to use this recipe. If you want to change it a little bit, do so. It's all about dacing up a recipe, make it your own, make it fun. So what JT's going to do, she's going to use the manual food processor to chop up our Trinity.
Yes, I am. Let's see. Ooh.
Does she know how to do it?
Does she know how to do it?
Does she know how to use any of the utensils in the kitchen?
I haven't done this in more than a hot minute. Let's see. I'm assuming I just dump them in here.
Yep. Dump them all in there together.
And then I go like so.
Yep. Make sure it's all lined up. Yep.
I guess it's lined up. And we lift the handle.
And?
Go like this! That didn't work, Dacus.
Well, you gotta pump it down. Alright, hold on. You ain't got it all together, right?
Oh, hell.
What did you do to my thing here? Dawn?
I messed it up.
You messed it all up. Oh, I think I said you had a little piece of utensil there that was left behind it. So we're gonna start
Here we
over.
go again.
I'm gonna put this in there.
This is live.
This is live. Yes, it is.
I lackadaisically just threw everything in there, but it's flakes.
Well, what happened was we had one of the pieces of celery that actually got behind the blade where it was. There we go.
All right, I can do this. Now they've got it all ready for me. I think I can.
So the good thing about the manual food processor.
You might have broke it again. Oh, no, I didn't. You're going to tell me where to stop, right?
Yep, we want to get it chopped up, get it finely chopped up.
Yeah.
It's not near about as difficult as she's making it. You want me to do it? All right, go ahead.
You want me to do it?
I want you to do it. I want you to do it. I really like the manual food processor.
Me too.
This is one of the tools, one of the first tools that we bought after we started doing Pampered Chef years ago. Keep going. Because you can make things in it. I've seen people make guacamole in it.
Still?
Yeah. You want it smaller than that, don't you? We make sauce in it. One of the things that I really like about some of the Pampered Chef products is they all come with recipes. And so they come with little recipe cards that you can use, and you can,
It doesn't really take him this long to do this.
All right, let's check it out and see what it looks like.
All right, let's.
I think it still needs to go a little more.
I think that's good. Go ahead, Dana. Oh, you can do it much faster.
There we go.
Oh, yeah, that's much better.
So you can see how it gets all that good and chopped up. And then you can just remove the blade out of here. We'll put that in the back. And then we'll set this over here and we will get
And
this
another
out here.
handy thing about the manual food processor is it also has a lid. So, meaning that if you have leftover, because you can make salsa in it too, and it's
Yep.
really good. And if you have leftover salsa, you can just put the lid on it and throw it in the fridge. And it also, you can also get a separate or a second container. So that if you do that, and then the next night you need your manual food processor again, you got a second container.
And remember I was talking about the sharpener the other night. You know that saw our knife demonstration the other night. This sharpener can actually be used to sharpen these blades. Now I have actually never had to sharpen these blades, and we have had this thing for probably 5 years, and I've never had to sharpen the blades. And we put the blades in the dishwasher. But if you need to sharpen the blades, this sharpener will actually work on those blades. But they're incredibly sharp. Like I said, I've never had to sharpen them, but if you did dull them, you could sharpen them that way. All right, so
It's good
these,
to have options.
that's right. So our sausage is just getting brown just a little bit. I think it's probably about like we want it. So we're going to pull that off. And next we're going to put our chicken in, and then we'll brown off our chicken. And like I said, you don't have to worry. This sausage was pre-cooked. It's smoked andouille sausage. So all we're doing is really just browning it up just a little bit. Going to put a little bit more butter in our pan. And we're going to drop in our chicken. There we go. We've got our chicken in here now. We're going to brown this chicken off. This really won't take long. The one thing that's really good about the Rockcrok stuff too is it holds heat very, very well. So it retains heat very well. So once you take it off the oven, out of the oven or off the stove, it really holds the heat really well. So you can put it on your, if you go to serve it, you need to make sure you're using a trivet. Well, that's another great thing about this warmer is you can use that as a serving dish as well. We've made, you can use it as a slow cooker. I've done rotel in it. I made a stew in it. The rotel is really good. I've made stew in it. Used it just to warm things up. Used it just to keep foods warm. And like I said, this is a great product to have. I've actually not used the regular slow cooker that we have, the regular crock pot, in quite a while. I've been using this more frequently now. So like I said, it's not going to take very long to cook off this and to brown up this chicken. I would only cut mine into little small bite-sized pieces. You can leave it as big if you want to. If you have some rotisserie chicken or if you've got some chicken, some leftover chicken, this is also another recipe that works real well with leftovers. You can use the chicken that you had on a previous meal. One of the things about that we try to do in the kitchen, especially is with leftovers, or I try to do in the kitchen with leftovers, I guess, is to make sure that we don't throw food away. You know, it irritates me to dump food in the trash. So that's what I've tried to do for us, is to make recipes for 2 people. Because most recipes that you see are for 4 people or for 8 people. And so what I've had to do is had to really scale down some recipes to make them for 2 people. And this is one of those recipes that I have found and kind of did some things to it and tried a few things with it. And now I think I've got it down to where it'll just be good for 2 people, be 2 good servings. And
The chicken's done.
The chicken is getting done, so we're just about done with the chicken.
Or it's getting done.
It's getting done.
It's way delayed.
Is it?
Yeah.
I was trying to see if we can see some comments. We can't see any
Oh.
comments. There's a comment, but there's a comment. I see somebody's made a comment, but I can't see what it is. So
You know what?
what?
I bet it's one of our moms.
I bet you're probably correct. There's probably no doubt that it's one of our parents that has made a comment on here for us. Alright, so our chicken is browned off. Let's see if that's good. Yep, good and brown. So we're going to pull that chicken and put it, we can just put it off in the same with the sausage. And then we're going to put in our Trinity next. Isn't that right?
That's right.
Alright, so we'll set this
Oh, he
aside.
probably wanted me to look at the recipe. I just agreed.
So now we're going to put in our Trinity. And depending on how you like your vegetables, some people like them really soft. Some people want them cooked down to next to nothing. Really kind of depends on how long that you'll need to cook your Trinity down and before you start adding the next round of vegetables. So I like mine to be just kind of translucent, just where you can kind of start to smell them. That's when we'll start to add the rest of our ingredients. So the next thing we're going to add is going to be, we'll add the sausage and the meat back in there. We'll add our tomatoes, and then we'll add our seasoning and our chicken broth. One of the things on the chicken broth that I use is the better than bouillon. I really like that because I leave it in the refrigerator. If I need to make half a cup of chicken broth, I can make half a cup of chicken broth. If I need to make a quart of chicken broth, I can make a quart of chicken broth. Versus having to keep a quart of chicken broth in there all the time and it going bad and all that kind of good stuff. So that's what I do.
Excellent tip.
That is an excellent tip. You have any other excellent kitchen tips there, Dacus?
I do not, Dacus.
So tell us a little bit about how the party is going.
Oh, the party's going great. We are at, right now, because you know it's a shared rewards party as a thank you to everybody that's followed along this adventure so far. Because we've just been really overwhelmed with the support that we've received. So the discount right now is at 12.5%. And that is actually on top of whatever is already on sale on the website. So,
Like
like that cooking blender or the dehydrator.
air fryer.
Called an air fryer, but I know Dacus really likes the idea that it's a dehydrator.
Or
Jadicus here really likes the idea that he can make some deer jerky.
Or the quick cooker.
Or the quick cooker. They're all 25% off right now. So you would get the additional 12.5%. And as additional orders come in, the discount goes up from 12.5% all the way to 25%. Now, Pampered Chef does cap it at 25%. So it's 25% off the electrics. And then it's an additional percent off whatever the party is at. So right now, like I said, it's at 12.5%.
And one thing too about the small appliances, those electric devices, the blender, the quick cooker, and the air fryer, that 25% off ends at the last day of the month. So that ends this.
No. Well, yeah. But our party ends tomorrow night.
Right.
So
But what I'm saying is, if you want to buy the appliances, now's the time to do that. Not wait and not say, well, I'll do it the next time I see them, or I'll wait till Monday.
Or if you have any questions,
Yep.
don't wait till February.
Don't wait till February. You need to let us know now.
Act now.
All right, so now we're going to add about a tablespoon of Cajun spices, and of course I make my own Cajun spices.
Because he's that guy.
Because I'm that guy. Really easy Cajun spice recipe that I've kind of put together over the years. It's not really spicy. It does use a little bit of cayenne pepper and a little bit of chili powder.
Did you put that in on Monday?
I used Tony's Monday. So
Oh.
what I used Monday when I first did this was a little bit too hot for someone.
That'd be me.
So I've had to tone it
Was
down a little
hot?
bit. Well, it was hot, I will admit. It was incredibly spicy. And I think it was because of the different Cajun spices that I was using. So now we've got our Pasta, we've got our tomatoes and our Trinity and our sausage and the chicken is the chicken is all in there together. We're going to let this come to a boil, and then we're going to cover it up and put the lid on it and let it sit here and simmer for just a little bit. So I'm going to go on and reduce that heat down. I'm going to use our lid, and I'm going to put the lid on. Talk a little bit more about the Rockcrok stuff while this is sitting here getting the goodness getting together. So like I said, the Rockcrok stuff can all be used on the grill. I use this on the grill quite a bit actually, and you can make things on the grill. It's safe up to like 720 degrees, so you can put it directly over the top of your fire. We've actually got a smaller one that they don't make anymore. I really like this size though, personally. This is the 2-quart. They don't make this one anymore. This one works really well on the grill. I use this one on the grill just so I can put it on the grill and put other things on there as well. They also have a pizza stone that's made out of this Rockcrok material. There's a small grill pan that's on my wish list that I have put, because I want to get that to put out on the grill to be able to use as like a flat stone on the grill as well. But I really like this Rockcrok stuff. Like I said, this is one of the first products that we ever bought, that I ever bought and I ever used, and I use it quite a bit actually. The one thing I will remind you, don't go grabbing the lid, because that's a glass lid. I'll have to be sure that I use one of my hot plates over here.
Now, what does it say that you can't buy that one anymore if, say, for example, somebody wanted it or found something that they wanted?
Means that if you see something that you want, you better go on and get it, because you never know how long some of this stuff is going to last. There's another product that I use quite a bit actually. It's a
well, we'll show you.
We'll show you. It is a small measuring cup that you can actually measure out your pasta noodles on. Another one of those tools, I was like, JT will never use that.
It's like, love a guy.
I know how to make, well, I use this all the time when I'm making pasta. So it's things like that. There's a lot of those kind of little tools and gadgets that Pampered Chef sells, but they're not all available all the time. They don't keep them in stock. They run out of them quite a bit.
And they retire.
And they retire certain items
so they can bring on new things.
Putting on new items. That's right. And we've got some items that are going to be retiring out this year as well, but they'll be adding new items as well on top of that. All right.
How's that looking?
It is smelling and looking delicious.
Excellent.
All right, so now that has cooked down just a little bit, what we're going to do is we are going to go on and cut the heat off, because like I said, this is going to retain the heat so well, and it keeps cooking. And I'm going to go on and put my noodles in there. But like I said, I've already cooked my noodles down. Using linguine noodles, I'm going to go on and add those in here.
Something else that he really uses a lot is the tongs he's using right now. And they actually come in that size and a smaller size.
Yep, I do. I actually have 2 sets of these and use them all the time.
Like, all the time, daily. Sometimes both of them, but not at the same time.
All right, now what we're going to do is, one of the things that I added to this recipe is about 1/4 cup of half and half. And what this actually will do, two different things on this recipe. It'll thicken it up just a little bit, but it also makes it a little bit more of a cream sauce and kind of cuts that heat. So it'll cut some of that spice just a little bit that's in the andouille sauce.
One of us likes cream sauce.
One of us has been begging for the Parmesan cream sauce a lot here recently, and so I decided to do something that's kind of cream saucy here. All right, so we've got that's nice and mixed up. And then just for kicks and giggles, we're going to add in some green onions.
Because he likes those too.
I like the green onion. I'm going to put a little bit of mozzarella cheese on top, because we like the cheese here at the Dacus family.
The cheese at the Dacus Gourmet Kitchen.
Put some cheese there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to run this in the oven for just a few minutes, basically just long enough to melt that cheese on top. And also to demonstrate how easy it is to go back and forth between the oven, the stove top, with the Rockcrok stuff. Once again, remember, hot, so we want to leave this sitting over here. off the side. I really wish we could see some comments because I know there's people that have asked questions, but we can't see any. We got some people.
Click on comment.
I know we have people who have
Where's
asked.
that one?
Oh, right here. Maybe.
Right there.
Oh, there we go. What we got? It's just
Oh, it's thinking. Let's
So,
see.
like I said, we're trying a new camera setup because I realized that my phone actually has better quality video than what I was using from the laptop the other day when we started doing these, and realized that my phone actually has better quality, but I can't see the comments on there. Oh, here we
Can
go.
you get that manual food processor in different sizes? What size is the one you have? Jeffrey Lee wants to know.
Jeffrey, that is the only size they come in. They come in one size, and I don't know exactly how big it is.
Just look on the bottom.
It holds 3 cups.
Oh, or he could read it.
So
Whatever.
it holds 3 cups. The manual food processor holds 3 cups, but that is the only size that they come in. But like I said, I really like it. It's really easy to use. You can use it to make, to chop up your stuff really easy, and it's really simple to use.
Your mom says hi.
Hi, Mom.
And then Carolyn loves her Rockcrok.
I do too. Like I said, I really, really enjoy the Rockcrok stuff.
He wants more.
I really do. I want more of the Rockcrok, and I think I like it so much. For me, cooking out on the grill a lot, being able to use products on the grill, and not having to buy special products to be able to use. I can
That
use it for
only
everything.
work on the
Right, it only work on the grill. We can use it inside. We can use it on the oven, in the stove, and being able to take it up drive me nuts.
I know.
So I don't know if y'all picked up on that.
The lid to the pot was just slightly off.
Slightly off. The lid to the pot was a little off, and so I had to make sure I put the lid to the pot back on where it was going.
And something else that drives him crazy is this.
See, somebody leaves the cabinet doors open on purpose.
Like, not intentionally most of the time, but sometimes I just do.
So if
Because
somebody's
it cracks me up.
wanting to place an order, what do they need to do?
So they need to click the party link or click shop now on this page, and it'll take you directly to the party link on pamperedchef.com /PWS/Dacus / a bunch of numbers, because that's the party where you get the extra discount. And who doesn't want an extra discount?
So you need to make sure that you're in the party. Make sure that you're shopping in the party to get the extra discount. And if you
Absolutely.
think you're not, or you want some, if you need to message us, we'll send you the link to it. If you're not already in the party, if you want to
Or
get
if you have
added
any
to it,
doubt.
yeah, if you have any doubt at all, just let us know, and we'll definitely help you because we want to make sure everybody gets the biggest discount as they possibly can.
Because we love to save. Or one
So
of us
we got
really loves to save.
We got a new stove oven while I was.
How'd you get that, Chad?
Well, I was sick and woke up one morning and somebody had bought us a gas stove.
Somebody had and sold the old one.
Sold the old one and had the new one put in. So, it's one of those things. However, this is this stove doesn't have a light on the inside, so we have to use a flashlight to look at our.
Which is really funny because I didn't notice that.
Yep, you did not notice that.
The other thing I didn't notice or know to ask is that, what is it? The difference between natural gas and propane. So we got it in here, had it all hooked up because, the amazing fella that comes over and does all that kind of stuff for us, Michael Babb, he asked me, natural gas? Yeah! Didn't know there was 2 kinds. And so he hooked it all up and we're trying to use it, and Chad's like, this thing is weird.
Wouldn't boil water, couldn't
Took
get
like
hot.
20 minutes to boil water.
We figured out that there are actually different little settings and little burners for natural gas and propane. Did not know that. We learned something we bought this year.
Yeah, so he
All right.
came over the next day and fixed it.
So let's see what we got here. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right. Let's see if we can show everybody what we got. Can you see it on there?
I don't know, it's very
I hope you can
bright.
see it, because I'm gonna have to set it down because it's very
It's
hot.
hot. It's been in the oven.
It's been in the oven.
And on the stove top.
Yep. So we'll take this, and let's move this over here, and then I will serve up a spot. So we are going to use our pasta dishes that are
Custom made.
1-of-1s. This one is different than this one. There's
Absolutely.
there's not another set like this in the world.
And who made those?
Katie Shoemake made these for us, and we really appreciate these. These are our pasta dishes.
And we use them all the time because we like pasta.
We like the pasta. All right. So there we have. Whoop, there we have the Pastalya.
Yum.
And I wish you could smell it. We need smell-o-vision. Somebody out there in the IT world needs to invent the smell-o-vision. Man, my goodness, that smells good. We're gonna let that sit right there because it's incredibly hot. Oh, you can see it. It was pretty good there.
Oh yeah.
Sorry about that. So I was admiring our food. So that's the recipe. That took us about what? About 30 minutes, start to finish, to make this recipe. It took me literally about 10 minutes prior to this, cutting up all of the vegetables and cutting up the meat. But other than that, you saw the recipe from start to finish. Really simple. Basically dirtied up one pot. I have 2 pots that I did make my pasta. The good thing about this, you can make the noodles ahead of time. Put them in the refrigerator. Keep them moist in the refrigerator if you wanted to do that. If you've got leftover noodles, this is another one of those meals you can make with leftover noodles as well. So JT and I are going to go eat our dinner, and then we will be. I guess that's it for the week.
Maybe let's them go live tomorrow.
Maybe
you guys go order.
We may get crazy and go live again tomorrow. But if y'all have any questions about any of the products, any of the products, or need some help placing your orders, let us know. We will be around all night tonight, all day tomorrow, to help you out as much as you can. So we appreciate it, and we will see y'all next time. Bye.